What I like to do next, the image clean the way I want it to look, then I go and I start messing with the details. So things like the shadows. She has a tattoo on her arm. Do I want to enhance that or leave it? You know, again, depends on how you want to go with the photo. Do you want it to be punchy and detailed? Do you not want it to be? So on and so forth. So looking at every detail that's here and deciding, okay, what do I want to bring out and what do I not? So I'm going to start with the shadows. Some of you may know, some of you may not have ever heard of dodge and burn. Dodge and burn is pretty much another action tool that you can create yourself as well. I hit play on it, and what it is it has two curve adjustment properties here. One is for the shadows and the other is for the highlights. So in the burn, as you can see, it has, let me hit this. I'm gonna go ahead and Command I to invert the mask so that you guys can see. So the burn, just think of it as burn, dark. It's gonna make it darker. You're gonna affect anything that's dark. So I like to bring it down just to where I like it, where I don't want it to exceed. I don't want the darks to get any blacker than, let's just say, this. And if I have to let it up, then I can adjust the brush flow or the opacity. Highlights, we can bring that up to our likings. So I'm gonna bring it up to here. Naturally the highlights are there, but I'm gonna bring it up there because I don't know yet exactly how high I want to bring it. So you want to invert those masks so that nothing is affected except for the areas that you brush in. So the invert is Command I. There's the invert layer tool, which is new, which is kind of why I forgot it was here. It's a where's it at? Invert mask. There you go. You click that, it's going to invert it. This is the newest Photoshop, I think, and invert mask is here. So you want to invert the mask. You want this dark area there so that no matter what, the only thing that's going to be affected is going to be the areas you brush. So we're going to start affecting the shadows. So what areas do I want darker? Ooh, that one, right? Make sure you're clicked on the actual mask layer. Brush. We'll bring the flow to about, say, 60, 62. I like to keep it up in the like above 60. And if I need to bring it down again, I just adjust the opacity or the flow of the brush. Like I'm actually coloring in shadows in the tattoo because they exist, they're there. So you want to pay attention to every detail of the photo. You almost want to bring the photo to life, like 3D, almost dimensional, to where the textures stick out the way they actually look. Because these shadows here, you don't want to get rid of them because then it'll make the image look flatter. And you don't want the image to look flat. You want the image to look real. That's my way of describing it. You don't want the image to look flat. You want the image to look real. Now again, make sure you check with your client. Make sure that that's what they want. I've had requests where clients wanted to reshape their body in the edit. And I can do that. I don't mind. I don't mind doing it. And a lot of people aren't hesitant to ask you that. But I do like to ask when I'm sending out proofs I let them know, let me know if there's any special modifications you like on the photo. And I'll be sure to do them if it's possible. Like I said, most of anything, I'll figure it out. I don't typically say no because this is my profession. I don't want anybody feeling like they can go to someone else or need to go to someone else because I can't do something that they ask for. Now, I'm not going to say I can do everything, or not even that I can do. I'm not willing to do everything, because certain things I'm just not interested in. I have a certain style I have a certain style to my art that I like to keep when it comes to the way my work looks when people look at it and what they think of when they look at my work. So I want to maintain that standard. Other people have different standards. You know, I've seen other great photographers that shoot very, very well. Like, they have their style. But in no way, shape, or form do I want my work to look like theirs. I want them to look at mine and wonder how I did mine. So I would say that's enough time on the shadows. So we'll see what it looked like before, after. So all the shadows I've affected for the most part. Let me zoom in a little bit because we got some nose. See the side of the nose here? Bring that up a little bit. Go to the eye, the makeup area. Those parts you don't want to forget, because the areas that you either brighten or darken, you're adding dimension to it. So depending on how you want that dimension to look, just pay close attention to how you're to where you're applying it. So as you can see, we want the face to pop out a little bit. It is a little too bright as I'm touching on it, I can already tell. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down here. All right, so I'm gonna bring it down to where I like it. Let's say right about there. And then continue going. And if I decide it needs to go down some more, I'll adjust it again. But the good thing about this is if you don't like something you did, go over here to this area and tap on the arrow. It's going to swap it to black. Black is going to remove any brush stroke that if you rub over it, it's going to remove that brush stroke. So instead of having to press undo, just go to this tool and wave the brush over the area that you want to either darken back up or lighten up. All right, so there does come a moment where you may have to just create a separate curves layer to create, either a darkness that you don't want or a brightness that you don't want that exists in these two layers. So all right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create another dodge and burn layer. I'm gonna just go up here. So click on that, it creates the folder. I'm gonna move that to the top. And I'm gonna name this one other areas, because I mainly use the dodge and burn for just this, like the main parts of the skin, but I'm actually gonna do the dress and I'm gonna do other parts of the body and the jewelry. One pro tip for editing, I typically like to edit in the dark. However, for the purpose of the video, I have the lights on so that you guys can see me. Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me. And the reason why I edit in the dark is because I don't want the colors around me to trick me or think that I'm seeing colors that aren't there. That's just a suggestion. If you want to really dial in on your colors, outside of making sure your screen is calibrated, you want to make sure that there's as little interference in the editing process as possible. Define these areas here in the details. All right, let's see what we had before and after. Not bad. Not bad. Now, if you don't like something, go back, make the adjustment. Undo as far back as you can. But at this point, we're pretty much at a good, I'm not done. I typically would do some more. So I'm gonna show you guys what I would do from here. I'm gonna go to the layers area, and I'm going to Command Option Shift and the letter E. And what it does is it basically takes a photo of everything that's in your layers tab. It takes a photo of it and it creates one layer of it. So now you have this one layer that contains all the edits you made in one spot. So you can literally hide all these other layers, and this one has every change you made. If you ever need to go back, just delete this layer and, you know, walk backwards, go back. So I'm gonna show you guys what I would do from here. I would usually go to the texture layer and I just start bringing out the textures. And sometimes you can go a little extreme on it, like however you feel. Sometimes I do a little too much with the textures, so I'll backtrack it a little bit if I need to. But for the tattoo, like, I really love the details of the tattoo. Like, the tattoo is very, very dope. I'm pretty sure this was a expensive tattoo, but I want to bring out those details. Details can be anything from the colors, all the lines that are there, but I want to bring them up. I want them to pop. This is a very special moment, and every time she looks at this photo, you know, I want her to be happy. You know, I want her to be happy that she chose a great photographer. This is typically where I would stop. I'm gonna show you guys before and after. I think I'm gonna stop here because I can go on and on. Like, I like the way it turned out. It's, you know, it's a great photo. It was taken already as I'm gonna show you guys the raw image. So the raw image looked like, let's see. That's the raw image, y'all, I think. Hold on. Yeah, that's the raw image. That's the way it was taken. I literally thought that this was, like, there were some edits applied to it already, but this is the way the photo was taken. It was taken very well already. Again, my girlfriend did a really great job holding the flash. The light pointed perfectly on her face. It wasn't too bright, wasn't too dark, and I think it went really well. But you guys tell me what you think. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something, let me know what you learned. Let me know what you wish you would have learned that I didn't go in, more detail in, and maybe I'll do it on another video. If you haven't already, check out my ebook. It's in the link in the description below. With the ebook, I included a bonus for you guys, which is that tool that you saw me using to mix the colors of the skin, of the shadows, the frequency separation tool. That tool is included with every purchase of my ebook. So go check out the ebook, 5 steps to starting a 6-figure photography business. Check out the tool, use it, figure it out if you even like it. You might have another way of doing the exact same thing, or you might just not even bother with it. But I encourage you to try it out. That's all, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.